How are you, Rob?
Pretty good, how are you?
Mate, I'm good, and I'm really glad that I got my marriage and honeymoon out of the way before this film, because my goodness, you're setting the bar high.
Setting it high? I thought it'd be like, just scare you away from it.
That honeymoon pad?
I was in a warehouse in Louisiana. Exciting stuff. In Baton Rouge.
Really? So
The exteriors are in Brazil, though. I mean, if you want to get the full impression, you've got to go to Brazil. But if you just blindfold someone and then give them a Valium or something, to tell them they've been on a plane for 12 hours, and then say, let's just not leave this room for the whole honeymoon, and then it's quite easy to achieve. You probably do it for about a couple of grand.
I want to ask this question from a very respectful place, but what are the challenges of shooting a PG-13 sex scene?
The fact that it's PG-13 is probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
It's like, also, yeah, I mean, it's funny because I've done PG-13 sex scenes and gotten away with a ton more than people were allowing us to do in this. I mean, it became, I think, yeah, people were really, really worried about it when we were doing it. But I don't know. I think it wasn't really supposed to be just about the pure physicality of it as well. I mean, when so many people have imagined what Edward and Bella's sex scene is, you can't just do a physical representation of it which is going to satisfy everyone. So I think Bill was trying to get some visual representation of the emotional exchange or whatever, so some kind of transcendent feeling. So it was kind of difficult to do. It was very, me and Kristen had no idea what we were supposed to be doing the entire time.
I'm glad the bed breaking was funny. I had a laugh.
We've
all been there. But what about the birth scene? Like, how do you get around that?
Yeah, another whole series of problems. I mean, we shot that really with the intention of kind of doing it sort of R-rated, and then it was just edited to whatever needed to happen afterwards. But I mean, the material we got, I mean, if you were there on the set, I mean, it looked gruesome. I mean, it was just, there was this dummy of Kristen lying there looking terrible and looking very much dead and just covered in blood and gore, and like, how are you possibly going to get this in a Twilight movie? But so yeah, there's an R-rated version of it, like around on the cutting room floor.
DVD extras.
Yeah, it's like,
there you have it.
There's we shot a close up of the cesarean by mouth, like detailed close up. No, didn't really. That would have been fun though.
That's a bit frightening. So would the wedding scene look like it would have been a lot of fun to get just to get all the cast members in one spot?
Yeah. That was the first time since the first movie, especially with the humans, because I barely done anything apart from walking past some of Bella's school friends and stuff. We all hung out all the time on the first movie, and then they kind of disappeared. And they were only ever in for like 6 days, when everyone else was in for 7 months most of the time. And that was the first time everyone was back together, and everyone had changed so much as well. I hadn't even noticed, so that was really nice.
What were your thoughts about the wedding dress? I mean, for me, it looked far too nice to traipse around on a forest floor.
I know, it was completely ruined up to it. It's ridiculous, but yeah, no, it was incredible. It was it was a beautiful, beautiful dress. I don't think you could have got it nicer than that.
It was pretty intricate.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, when they were talking about it at the beginning, they were saying it was going to be all like a Victorian one with like a high neck and stuff. And all these frills. What is this? Not doilies. What are they called? Those?
Oh, let's call them doilies.
Yeah, they look like doilies. And I was thinking, oh god, that's gonna look awful. And I think Kristen fought for something which is more like her taste.
There's a lot of books in the Cullen household, but know what to expect when you're expecting a half vampire child.
No, they look on Google Images. That was one of the funniest scenes I've ever had to do in my life. It's like, really? We're all like 300-year-old geniuses, and we just go, it's like, vampire baby, like, on Google Images. And yeah, that was our research into it. It's like, I can't find anything! Like, I didn't look past the first page. Like, that's weird.